Hi guys, I just wanted to make a number bond practice video so we can go through and review how we set up our number bond and what we use them for. There are similarities and differences between number bonds for addition and subtraction. So there are things that we will do the same and things that we will do different when we do number bonds for addition and subtraction. So we're going to start with doing practice for addition, and then we will do a number bond practice for subtraction. So when you look at your number bond over here, you know how to set it up now. We have one circle and then two circles that are together. So a number bond will have three circles. The circle that is all by itself will always be the whole. That will be the same for subtraction and addition. So we have our whole will be the circle that's all by itself. The whole is the total. So the total number, that will be the biggest number. The biggest number will always go in the circle that's all by itself up here. The two circles down here are together. Do you see how these two circles are right next to each other? So that's what we mean when we say that they are together. These are your parts, part 1 and part 2. So for addition, we have our total up here, and we have one part and two parts. So over here with our picture, we're going to do an example with our pictures. We have a certain number of smiley faces. We have smiley faces in group 1, which is part number 1, and smiley faces in group number 2, which is our part 2. So what we need to do is we need to start by counting up how many smiley faces we have in part number 1. So go ahead and count with me how many smiley faces we have in part 1. 1, 2. So we have 2 smiley faces in part number 1. So I'm going to put the number 2 right in this circle because this is my first part. I'm going to go down to my group number 2, which is my second part, and we're going to count up the number of smiley faces in group number 2. So go ahead and count with me how many smiley faces are in group number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my number 4 will go in this second circle, the second part. Remember, whole, part, part. Okay, guys, so then our total will go on this top part. We need to figure out what 2 plus 4 equals. And how I'm going to do that is simply by counting up all of my smiley faces together. So go ahead and count with me how many smiley faces we have all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 is my total. 6 will go in the circle that's all by itself. The number that is the biggest, the largest number, will always go by itself. 6 is bigger than 2 and 4. So 6 will go in the circle that's by itself. The largest number between your three numbers will always go in the circle that is by itself. Okay, guys, we're going to hop over and practice the number sentence while we have it right here. So I know my 2 for addition. Oh, sorry, I have a minus sign here. We're going to put a plus sign because we are practicing addition here. So this is our plus sign for addition. Okay, guys, so for addition, we know our 2 parts will go on the side that they're together. So on the side of the equal sign where they are together. So we're going to put 2 plus 4 equals our total of 6. So to review our number bonds, where we place our numbers, remember the largest number will always go in the circle by itself. And then our 2 parts will go together because we know 6 is broken up into 2 and 4. When we go to our number sentence, we have our plus sign, we have our equal sign. The total will always go by itself, just like the number bond. So the 6 is by itself over here because that is our total. We have 2 plus 4 equals 6 of our total. Okay, guys, great job. So that is addition. We're going to go over to subtraction and review where we put our numbers for subtraction. So like addition, our total will go in the circle that's by itself, and we have our 2 parts. Okay. So what we know right off the bat is our total. We know how many we have here. We're going to count them up and figure out our total. So go ahead and count with me how many smiley faces we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 smiley faces. So remind me, where am I going to put my number 6? My total. Right in the circle that's all by itself right here. So I have 6 smiley faces all together. So for subtraction, we know the total. We know the largest number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away, remember subtraction, we are taking away from the total. I am going to take away 2 smiley faces. And how I'm going to do that is just by putting a rectangle. So I know I'm taking away these 2 smiley faces, breaking up my 6 into 2 parts. Like addition, right? We have 2 parts in addition. And also with subtraction, we are making it so we have 2 parts. Okay, so I know my total. And now I said that I was taking away 2 smiley faces. So I have my total of 6. I'm taking away 2 smiley faces. So I know 6 minus 2, we need to figure out that mystery number, right? Our mystery box, we need to figure out what 6 minus 2 equals. So think about how I can do that. How am I going to figure out when I took 2 away, how many I have left? Great, I can count up these smiley faces right here. So go ahead with me and count up all the smiley faces I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4 smiley faces were not taken away. So I know that number is going to go after the equal sign. 6, take away 2 smiley faces, leaves me with 4 smiley faces here. And over in my number bonds, my parts go here. So 2 and 4. Because I know 6 is broken up into 2 and 4. Great job, guys. So we know, just like addition, our total, the whole number will go in the circle that's all by itself. That means the largest number of the 3 will go all by itself. And then the 2 parts will go here. So we had 6 altogether. We took away 2 smiley faces, and that left us with 4 smiley faces. So we have 6 minus 2 equals 4. So a really important concept to remember for addition and subtraction when you do number bonds is that the largest number, the total, will always go in the circle by itself. And the 2 parts, the 2 smaller numbers, will go in the circles that are right next to each other. So please reach out to your teacher if you have any more questions about number bonds. And I will see you for our math lesson tomorrow. Thank you, guys.